Right, we use the keywords in the question carefully so that we can use ratio to solve this question. Alright, so they are given two ratios already, the 30% and 40%. So we like 3 out of 10 and 4 out of 10. Okay, which is 2/5 as well. Alright. So simplifying these ratios. Okay. So the 30% and 40% are the colored balls that are being removed. Okay, so after remove, there is a difference here we can see. Alright. However, this difference is for those balls colored balls that are left. Okay, and there's a difference in the start of the question as well, but this will be the total. Okay, at first. Alright. So I'll start my question by understanding the ratio between the left colored balls that are left and the total, which is the at first. Okay, so there are two differences here I can use. Alright, but I'm not going to use them as a ratio. So this difference here, okay, we'll just hold on to it for a moment. So we are going to find out the fraction for the left part. Okay, so 30% of color balls in box A are removed, so that means 70% left. Okay, and 70% you can use 7/10. Okay, we need this 7/10. Okay, so to tell us that box A, okay, so it's color balls in box A removed. Okay, so 70% left, 7:10. So in box A, the ratio of the number of color balls left to the ratio to the total number of balls in box A at first is 7:10. Okay, you can start off with units. Right. So now we're going to find box B. Okay, so box B, 40% of the color balls in box B were removed, so 60% left. Okay, 60%, 6/10, you can use simplest form, 3/5. Okay, so the ratio now for box B, okay, so box B ratio of the color balls in box B left, okay, to the total number of color balls in box B, okay, would be 3:5. Okay, since for box B, the number of color balls left is 60%, so it's 3/5 of the total. Right, so we can put a 3 and 5. Right, now we can add in the difference here. Okay, so notice that also that for both cases of the differences here that we mentioned, box A always contains more. Alright, so always box A contains more, so I can just simply take the difference over here. This is the differences that I want to find. If I'm going to take each case, if I'm going to take box A, I subtract the difference, I would get my box B. So to find the number of color balls from box B, whether is it the left number of color balls left or the total number left, okay, we will still be the difference. So to check, box A total 10 units, okay, so 170 more, so minus 170, I would get the portion for box B total. Okay, so for second case difference, box A contains 144 more color balls. Okay, so box A, 7 units, 144 more color balls. So if I take away this 144, that would be the number of color balls left in box B. Okay, so which is correct, 3/5 of the total. Right, so we can take this to cross multiply now. Okay, so 7 times 5, 35 units. 144 times 5, 720. 10 times 3, 30 units. 170 times 3, 510 units. Sorry, 510. Right, so find the difference, 5 units. Okay, so I'll simply just do an addition of the 720 over here. Okay, because I take away 170, now I'm going to add it back. If I add it back, I should add it over on this side as well. So just be 120 minus 510 over on the right side. Okay, so this gives us 210. Okay. So the question asks how many colored balls are there in box B at first. B at first. So that means the total B, represented by these 5 portions here. Okay, it's not written in units, so do not go and assume that this 5 units is correct, so 210 is not the answer. Okay, so find 10 units first, minus 170, and you can get these 5 portions. Okay, so to find 10 units, I simply need to multiply by 2. Gives me 420. Right, so taking this multiplied by 2, taking this multiplied by 2, and then I subtract 170, and that would be my answer. So 250 color balls in box B at first.